tonight. This is going to be a lot of fun. Well, we didn't start out that way, though, did we? It's okay. But we're going to do. This is a tribute to Mike Auldridge. If you didn't know. You'd ever meet in your whole life. Was a great pal to me and everybody in this room probably. And I met Mike Auldridge. The first time I met Mike Auldridge, he probably wouldn't remember, and I never brought it up. But he came over to my parents' campsite, and you know, bluegrass musicians are some of the most approachable people in the whole world, and that's a good thing. Actually, you don't find that in any other kind of music, and so somehow my dad got a hold of Mike and said, hey, you know, my kid plays dobro. Would you come over and just kind of like? And I don't know what he said about me after he left the campsite. I'd love to know. But he came over and just completely blew me away. He was my hero, and he and I both loved the music of Josh Graves, and Josh fed us, and Mike fed all of us, and so we came to the campsite and we played a little bit. I have some pictures of that, but I'm not going to show anybody ever. I had some kind of tank top on. I must have weighed all of 120 pounds. This is pitiful. But then I became a part of a band called the Country Gentlemen, and we all got there. In 1973, so finally I'm on my own. I'm at a festival out down here in Warrenton, Virginia. You know, back then festivals were everything was like Woodstock. You know, babies were born, people died. The security for the festivals was the Pagans motorcycle gang, and you know, things got out of hand occasionally. But Mike and I finally, I'm walking along with Mike, and we're going to this campsite to a mutual friend of ours, a guy named John Borndick, and we're walking along, and it's what was known as the hippie festival, man. It was just all completely blown out hippie festival. And I'm walking along with my idol. I'm walking along, and I'm just thinking, what's he going to say next? He's going to just offer up something that's going to be just golden, and I'm going to take it to my grave. It's going to be great. And we're walking along, and I'm not really saying much. I'm just watching him walk, you know. And his swagger, this guy, man. People are looking at him, and he's just going, he's doing this Fonzie thing. It's really cool. But we're walking along, and all of a sudden, coming down the hill toward us is this guy who kind of looks like Jesus, but he doesn't have a stitch of clothes on. And Mike Auldridge looks at him, and he says, that guy doesn't have any fucking clothes on. And I went, oh. My hero said, fuck. And then I went, cool. He's just like me. He's a guy. He's just a guy. You know, he just has this amazing talent, though. And you know, he's blessed with this amazing thing. And he's got this kid following him along, you know, and he's just become me. He's just, and I am one with him in our profane way. But that's just one of many, many stories, and we became friends after that, and we've been lifelong friends. And sometimes people would think we didn't like each other. They liked bluegrass audiences sort of like to pit musicians against each other, and so they would pit me against Mike, or Mike against me, you know. And sometimes we'd actually act out these things, kind of like just kind of push it on, you know. It's like, you know, like just a little tap now and then. But we were the best of friends. He was a sweet guy, and I miss him terribly. And one of the things that is really so hard is to you know, I want to, if something happens and I want to tell somebody about it, I want to call Mike. And I can't call Mike, you know, so yeah, keep forgetting. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen from time to time. And but we've got tonight, we're going to celebrate Mike Auldridge and his music. And Rob Ikes is here. He's going to play dobro. Fred Travers, Sally Van Meter, and Frank Sullivan and his band, and Seldom Seen are here. And Emmy Lou. This is Mr. David Bromberg on the guitar. Amazing how everything lined up. You know, I just made like one telephone call to the Birchmere to say, is the 12th really open, or is that a misprint? But it was open, and here we are tonight. So have a good time, and just think about Mike. And if you want to film anything, that's what cell phones are for, isn't it? It's like, I want to see a lot of YouTube action tomorrow. Next song. Who we got coming up? It's Mr. Rob Ikes coming right at you.